So I was looking at the new Aurora, but then I was thinking, maybe I should get something that looks a little classy. But then I was like, no, I need something that can pull some serious weight. Maybe I don't need all that cargo space. What about the Legionnaire? Now we're talking. How about some bigger guns? Little bigger. No, little bigger. There you go. And maybe some rockets too. Actually, I should probably upgrade the power plant. I did like the leather seats on that LX though. Yeah, perfect. All right, let's see what this baby can do.
Hello everyone, Criticorn here. Today's ship review is going to be about, you guessed it, the Aurora. When I first looked at this ship, I dismissed it as a mere, pointless starter ship that I would never actually be using once I got my bigger ships within Star Citizen. But the more I looked into it, and as that cool commercial clearly shows, it's very versatile and can be adapted to several different careers within Star Citizen. So I wanted to make this video for you newer players who maybe were like me and dismissed it, or to shed some light for those of you who aren't too familiar with it. Of course, for you veterans, this info is probably already going to be known, as all the info I'm going to be talking about is just the basic info of the Aurora. What's great about the Aurora series in general is its adaptability to the different careers within Star Citizen. The first being that you could upgrade all the weapons on the ship and act as an escort of sorts, see if you like the combat element of the game. The second could be upgrading the cargo hold and then taking the ship throughout the galaxy, transporting goods, seeing if you enjoy that career. The third being exploration, seeing if you like to explore deep space using the Aurora. Now, one of the cool, most exciting features, at least for me personally, that the Aurora comes packed with is a bed. Yes, I just did say a bed, and I know a lot of you must be thinking, Criticorn, what the hell is wrong with you? But let me just explain what the bed entails and how it's supposed to work in the game. When you log off in a bed, your ship actually disappears along with yourself, so when you log back in, you actually can resume play where you left off at. While we don't know how the large ships are actually going to handle in this way, the community has generally agreed that the smaller ships, especially the Aurora, will just disappear. As long as you're not in combat when you log off, your ship will vanish and you can log back in and resume play where you left off at. And of course, as I'm sure many of you know, when real life comes first, it's a really cool feature to be able to just log off where you're at and then resume play later. It's also important to note that while you can log off with yourself and your ship, if you are in the middle of a mission, your bed won't actually stop the clock on that mission if there is a time limit. So it will expire and there may be a loss in pay or reputation. Now, when it comes to combat, you should never underestimate the power of an Aurora. I did that, and from the receiving end, I learned the hard way just how heavy-hitting the Aurora is, how annoying it can be, and how effective it is at pinpointing your thrusters on your ship and making you completely immobile, then just buzzing up under your blind spot and completely demolishing you. Needless to say, this ship is certainly a really good combat vessel considering that it's a starter ship, and I think we're going to see a lot of Aurora pilots getting hired to do escort missions, and you're going to see a lot of Auroras acting as pirates. They're going to be very effective at attacking larger vessels and taking out all their thrusters and engines. Another reason I think the Aurora doesn't get enough credit when it's due is that it can still salvage. Salvaging isn't just going after the ship itself, but what you find within the ship. A lot of players are going to be spending a lot of money on personalized armor, weaponry, and cool utilities, and you can still collect those regardless of what kind of ship you're in. Because the Aurora is the smallest and cheapest ship in the Star Citizen universe, it's going to be really financially beneficial for you, especially if you come across a cool armory inside a big derelict wreck that hasn't been looted yet. Of course, there's also going to be rare alien tech and cool rare content that can be picked up by hand. Of course, we're just going to have to wait and see how the salvaging aspect is implemented in the game so we have a better understanding of how our cargo holds will work. But if we actually can use our cargo holds to put in a little bit of salvage, the Aurora will be able to have a huge stockpile of weaponry, suits, and utilities that you come across with all the different debris fields and derelict wrecks you might find with your Aurora. Of course, your Aurora is also going to serve as a great backup ship if your main ship is out of action. If your ship has been destroyed completely and is being rebuilt by your insurance company, the Aurora would be a great backup ship to use to try and rush back and find your debris field and collect some of your personal items. Also, if you need to help out some of your friends in your organization, let's say they needed an escort to fly through a hot zone, the Aurora could then serve as a good escort. Now, unlike most games I've played, the starting vehicle in this game offers a very unique variety that I've never seen before, and that's why I would push the Aurora on any player considering playing Star Citizen. Whether you pledge for it now or earn it in-game, this is the ship to have. It allows you to explore several different careers in the Star Citizen universe, and is very effective even in combat, as I learned from first-hand experience. It's also a very inexpensive ship in-game, and I'm sure its insurance will cost next to nothing, allowing players to save up all their credits and purchase another ship. So all in all, I think the Aurora is one of the best ships to have when it comes to purchasing or pledging for a starting ship in Star Citizen. If you are solely driven on combat, I will be making a future video about maybe what the best and cheapest combat vessel is to buy. But for now, if combat is maybe just one of your interests and you do have an interest in other fields in Star Citizen, the Aurora is the ship for you. And I personally am even excited to use mine. And even though I have a reclaimer, there's things that it can't do and that the Aurora can, and I'm certainly looking forward to doing that. And I'll make an updated video and let you guys know what I think of the Aurora. If you are new and wanting to pledge for an Aurora early on, I'm going to leave a link down below of a great ship brochure that was released by RSI. It's going to talk about all the different variants of the Aurora and which is best suited for which task. It's a great link and a great read, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And as always, thank you so much for all the likes, subscriptions, and comments down in the comment section below. I'm happy you guys are enjoying the new series, and I can't wait to continue to keep talking about all the different ships in Star Citizen. So with all that said, I hope you guys have a great week, a great weekend, and I will talk to you all later.